Namaste, dear students. Let us come back to artificial intelligence. Now, let us see what are the key considerations in artificial intelligence. You know that machine learning algorithms are used in more and more products and services. There are some serious factors must be considered when we are addressing artificial intelligence, particularly in the context of people's trust in the internet. How much we believe in internet? We nowadays believe in internet. We sometimes we don't believe in our human beings, but we believe in internet. We are dependent on internet for the notes, for the remedies, for the household purpose, for the spelling check, everything we are dependent on internet. The life whole life is it has become full of internet, IoT, Internet of Things it is nowadays, right? So then, if it is so, if the life is so, IoT, Internet of Things, then what are the keys we have to consider? First thing is socio-economic impacts. Then what is the meaning there? What is socio-economic impact? The new functions and services of artificial intelligence are expected to have significant socio-economic impacts. The machine exhibits advanced cognitive skills to process natural language. Advanced recognition it does to learn, to plan and to perceive. It makes possible for new tasks to perform by artificial intelligence systems. Sometimes they give us better result than what we expect. Sometimes more success than what human beings can get success. So this is application of artificial intelligence could open exciting opportunities for more effective medical care, safer industries and services, and boost productivity on a massive scale. You know that medical and all this laparoscopy, endoscopy, and all these ECR, all these are based on artificial intelligence. It's more advancement. It was not possible cutting the body and all this very difficult to cure. See, when the operation is to be undertaken, body is to be cut, then it is to be stitched, then it takes to cure 3 or 4 months, more than that sometimes. But it nowadays laparoscopy, endoscopy, what we do, nothing it is. Even bypass surgery very easy, in heart surgery also very easy. Nothing we feel very hard. So in a medical field, there is lots of advancement because of artificial intelligence. You can take industries and all this lifting things and digging, mining, going to the moon, then satellites, all this we are using artificial intelligence. For human beings, it is not possible. Even though if they tried at their level best, there is a threat for their life. They may there is a chance to lose their life only, right now. Then productivity also in a massive scale, because artificial intelligence, machine learning, it is machines do. That's why they don't never get tired. All, even why 8 hours, it is more than 8 hours, 24 hours also it can work. We are hardly 4 to 5 hours. If we work continuously, we get tired because we are human beings. And all the laws, rules of laborers are governed by Factories Act 1948. If human beings are made to work more and more, then the Act comes, law comes, rules come, then regulations come. So obviously, they see we can expect more efficiency in artificial intelligence. That's why we have to see all these things. So yeah, how best it is contributing. The next point what we to consider is transparency, bias and accountability. What is transparency? Artificial intelligence made decisions which can have serious impacts in people's lives. It is serious impact, effect on the life. Artificial intelligence may discriminate against some individuals or make errors due to biased training data. The training is not proper because artificial intelligence itself cannot do. All they are to be trained. All the machines, artificial neurons, they are to be trained. If they are not trained properly, they can make a biased decision. Or some, it is in favor of some people. It can make the decision. How a decision is made by artificial intelligence is often hard to understand. We cannot understand because we are not artificial intelligence, we are human beings. Making problems of bias harder to solve. Bias cannot be solved. So that's why in artificial intelligence, sometimes it is very hard to ensure accountability. It is very difficult. It is because we don't understand whatever we give, whatever the data you feed, or advancement is there, but how it works itself, it is very hard to understand. So next, what we have to consider is new uses for data. Whatever data we use. So what are the different uses are there? Machine learning algorithms have proved efficient. Machine learning algorithms are used in artificial intelligence or in computer programs. They are proved. Algorithms are proved very efficient in analyzing and identifying patterns in large amounts of data. What patterns are there? Steps or layers are there. They are very efficient. Algorithms can easily identify all the patterns and steps or layers in the data. There are even usually big data data we use. So big data is used to train learning algorithms to increase their performance. To because algorithms are very efficient, very effective. Again, if you want to make them more and more effective, we have to use big data. So this, yeah, when we are using making algorithms more effective and efficient, this generates an increasing demand for data, encouraging data collection and raising risk of oversharing of information at the expense of user privacy. So when you are doing, see, sometimes what we do, we want more and more efficient, more and more work because we are like salt water drunken. So yeah, we never satisfy ourselves. We are never satisfied. So if we get one thing, we want another thing again. We human beings, we are bundle of wants. Wants are endless in human beings. If machine works harder, so machine work very hard, yeah, hard work it does. We want again we want it to work still more hard, still more hard. So like this when we do, huh? So this generate increasing demand for data. And see, it again asks. So it encourages data collection and when data see more and more data unnecessarily when it collects, then it starts to oversharing of information at the expense of user privacy. So we all have when we are using internet and all this, we expect privacy. Now, so that's why for our Gmail account or any mail, yahoo.com, Yahoo account, whatever account you are having, we are having our own password because we don't want others to access our account. This we want to maintain our privacy. But in the artificial intelligence, when you are feeding more and more big data you are providing, it starts sharing over here more and more. That is oversharing. So what happens ultimately? It starts sharing excessive information to the others. So it is a loss for the main person or the company or the organization actually who is working on that. So that's why this is also that we have to consider. Then next what we have to consider is security and safety. You know that we all know that there is an advancement in artificial intelligence. In India we have only this much. In other countries, in advanced countries, lots of advancement you can see. Self-driven cars, self-driven, even you can guard your homes when you are out of the homes and all these. Even you can nowadays, just recently I saw in the uh, WhatsApp, even we see when we are out of station, we can safe guard our homes by police and all this. Some key codes and all this they are put. If any thieves and the thieves come to the home, then they give signal to police station. Then obviously they are caught by the police. Like this year, so many things are there. Advancement is there. We find nowadays. We are, even though artificial intelligence is new subject for us, but it is very much with us. Even since 1960, it has taken its place. Prior to that also it was there. If you go back to even Ramayana and Mahabharata ages also, they used it in different ways. So their technology was different. Our technology is like this. So advancement in artificial intelligence and its use will it creates new security and safety challenges. Always remember, when we see, that here hackings are there, account hackings, and even in the ATM also where we are writing pin codes. Then they put the mirror, it seems. Then that mirror copies the password and it gives the sends to the hackers. It sends to the hackers they use it, they can withdraw our money. So many things are there. When so much advancements are being taking place in artificial intelligence, at the same time it does not assure us any security and safety to the life as well as to the property. You know that so many people lost their money, so many people lost their privacy and all this is very harmful behavior of the artificial intelligence agent. So it sometimes it leads to adverse learning by malicious actors. Some wrong things also are done, right? Even bombs and all this can be anywhere, can be blasted using remote control and all this time fixer. So this is adverse effect of artificial intelligence. All these things are there. So with the advancement of artificial intelligence, we cannot expect security and safety. That we have to consider. Then next point, what we have to consider is ethics. Artificial intelligence may make choices that could be unethical. We are governed by some ethics because we have sympathy, empathy, and all this. If somebody helps us, we have to help them. Otherwise, we have to help some other people. So it is a moral, it is a ethics, or so many things. We are helped by the environment. So at the same time, we have to help the environment like this. So it is a bondage relation we have. We know the value of relation, bondage, and all this. But artificial intelligence is not a human being. It doesn't have any sentiments. So many times it does unethical activities also. Here it empowers importance to build an ethical consideration into artificial systems and algorithms. So what we have to do is, so artificial intelligence, it doesn't have sentiments or it doesn't think of all good things, bad things, or religions or God. That's why it can do it. There is a possibility of doing unethical jobs. That's what the operator or what we need to do is, we have to make a choice that make the artificial intelligence to do ethical jobs, or it has to consider ethical things. Such algorithms we have to use. So we have to make artificial intelligence more and more ethical, because it affects the society as well as the human beings as well as all the people, and every kind of consideration we have to do. Then you know that here, it also we have to consider while deciding artificial intelligence, new ecosystem also. Ecosystem is what? So ecosystem, environment. So how artificial intelligence affect the environment? That how to think. So take for example impact of mobile internet. Artificial intelligence makes new applications, new services, and interacting with the network possibilities. All these happen. All these taking place. All these happen. Just take for example, these towers and all this internet towers and all these are there because even these are where internet towers and all these are there. There we cannot find any birds because birds are disturbed by ultrasonic sounds. They can see in the olden days and all this. You can ask your grandparents. All these sparrows and all these used to be there at home. Now we hardly find. Even nowadays, finding sparrows in nearby places is very difficult. Only we can see if it is there in zoos and all this. We cannot find all birds and all. It's very hard to find because they're all disturbed by all these ultrasonic sounds. So that ecosystem also you have to see. So this is a challenge for us. When we have to eco balance also we have to maintain at the same time artificial intelligence also we have to use. How best we balance these two? So it here this is a great challenge. So these you have to consider. Now what are the challenges for artificial intelligence? You know that here many factors contributes to the challenges faced by stakeholders with the development of artificial intelligence. There are lots of threats are there. So what are those? We'll see. Decision making. In a decision making, always we expect transparency and interpretability. So what is this? With the artificial intelligence, when we are using, it performs a task ranging from self-driving cars to managing insurance payouts. It's a critical. We can understand the decisions made by an agent, artificial intelligence agent, but transparency around algorithm decisions is sometimes limited by things like corporate or state secrecy or technical literacy. So it is they are governed by all those. Machine learning always complicates the internal decision logic of the model. Internally, it is a complicated one. Machine learning it complicates the internal decision. So when the programmer uses the algorithm, it may be open and transparent, but the model it produces may not be. What model it produces, it may not be like that. There may be a deviation. So it leads to some yeah, it is some disturbances. So we have to understand why there is a self-driving car. Chooses to take specific actions not only to make sure the technology works, but also to determine liability in the case of an accident. Self-driving car. So if accident takes place, who is responsible for that? Whom to be caught? So the car itself moves, but in India here, the places like India, we have very the India is thickly populated and we don't have much space also the highways also narrow, so if in such a place accident takes place, who is responsible for that? Even though right kind of algorithm is used, so its self-driving car runs, if accident takes place, who is to be made responsible? So this is, so even though they are transparent, but we cannot, whom to blame, we cannot understand whose liability is it is. So like this, So it is the biggest challenge for the artificial intelligence. Then we have to think of data quality and bias. In machine learning, algorithms may be good. They may be good as trained employee. But they are sometimes described as garbage in, garbage out. This means biased data will result in biased decision. If you feed the biased data, then obviously you are going to get biased decision, because they are not going to filter all these things, because there is a lack of ethical quality in artificial intelligence. So obviously it is just like garbage in, garbage out, right? For example, in the risk assessments, some logical jurisdictions in the United States, they use risk committing crimes in the they use that they train racially biased data. They assign the greater risk to individuals as a certain race over others. Nowadays, you know that here in America and all these black people are always continuously they are threatened there. So, but nobody blame, no white people is blamed for this, because whatever algorithm, through algorithm, whatever is fed, same result they are going to get. So it is bias. It is data quality is like that, and data quality also here. It is giving favorable result to white people, and obviously result also in favor of white people. Racial always disputes are going on there. You know that reliable data is very critical, but greater demand for training data encourages data collection. So artificial intelligence combined with such data, so identify a new pattern or re-identify the information. That's why you remember what kind of data, what quality of data we feed in the artificial intelligence, same result we get. So filtering or arguing, all this we don't find in artificial intelligence. It's the biggest threat or challenge for artificial intelligence. You know, again, already we discussed safety and security. So again, you remember nowadays safety and security we cannot expect. Our life is like open life now. So even in lodging and all this, if you go and stay there, so we cannot feel any privacy there, because you know that CC camera we are put. Not only that, even in what soaps they provide, in that also small chips they put. And even we heard that Pakistani people, they tie small chips to pigeons and all this. They come to India or some other countries, they collect all information and all this. These are all what here. There is no safety or security. We don't have safety also, secure our life also not secure. We don't have any privacy, we cannot enjoy nowadays. Even what within four walls we live, that also in future may not be there, even in the computer. So who knows what is there within us. So if somebody comes and puts something inside the home, or even outside the home also, some radar and all this put, or some chips are put, how we come to know that they are stealing all our details? Very difficult is we. They don't assure any safety and security. It's the greatest threat for artificial intelligence. So now you know hacking and all this, because of this risk. Your hacking risk is because of this. We don't have any. So many people lost their money because of hacking. So many people's account details are stolen because of all this. Even chatbot and all this. Even Twitter what we use, chatbots what we use, internet what we use, Facebook, we don't have any security and safety. Even recently, today only, today just think, it is today, it is 15th September, right? So today I read in the newspaper that in Bhopal, online class during online classes, uh, unseen pictures were coming in the this one is in the online class, because the online classes were undertaken in the school itself, school studio. In the school studio, all the online classes were online teachers. You teachers have to do online classes, and it is to be sent to students. What happened there? Who knows? Something went wrong. Pictures systems. All the parents were frightened. Or they were afraid. Like they immediately called the administration. Now the online class stopped. You also don't expect like this. Nothing will happen like this in our classes. Damn sure. Okay, now verses. Then next what we have to consider is what challenge is there? Accountability. So what is strength and efficiency of learning algorithm? It is based on their ability to generate rules without step-by-step instruction. What engineer or who is going to generate algorithms based on his or her efficiency, it is it depends. So what technique they use? What technique is proved very efficient in accomplishing complex tasks such as face recognition or interpreting natural language is also greatest challenge for the artificial intelligence. Sometimes wrong persons, even you know that here it is COVID age, right? COVID-19 age. So I heard so many people without those who are asymptomatic, they are recognized or they are told they are caught as positives. So they may be wrong interpretation of artificial intelligence. It is because so many nearly in the paper nearly 60% of the Indian population is asymptomatic. COVID patients only asymptomatic, but then also they are positive. So, what logic is there? How can they assess? Only in the throat, water is filled means all are not COVID positives. And because of the cancer also, water is found in throat. So, how we can assess? So, in India, nearly 1.8%, now it is reduced to 1.62% people die because of the COVID-19. So, actually, it should, there is no death because of the COVID-19. So some here, because of some severe disease, when they are admitted to hospital, they are considered as COVID positives. They give COVID treatment. They neglect the other treatments. Obviously, they die because of the other disease. So it happens. So it is also the failure of artificial intelligence. The algorithm who prepared, maybe it is Chinese, all Chinese products are like that only. Long algorithm use, I don't know, I'm not damn sure, I'm telling you. So wrong algorithm, what intelligence it is there in that, what efficiency is found there, what complex task it accomplished, who knows? We cannot say. So this is what there is. Of course, depends on the efficiency of the algorithm can be, we can expect the accountability. It is not really possible in most of the cases. In most countries, programmers are not liable for the damages that flows in their algorithms may produce. They don't take any responsibility over that, because it is very important that programmers would likely to be unwilling to innovate if they were. With the advancement of IoT, Internet of Things technologies, such issues may become more immediate as flaws in algorithm result in greater damages. So flaws in algorithm, the greater damage. So many things. We are dependent on machine learning, artificial intelligence, but we at the same time, the society, we people are affected, damaged by artificial intelligence, like finance, the account, privacy, safety, security, nothing we can expect nowadays. Okay. Now, what are the challenges in social and see on the society and the economy? So it is predicted that artificial intelligence or artificial intelligence technologies bring economic changes through increase in productivity. It includes machines being able to perform new tasks such as self-driving cars, advanced robots, or smart assistants to support people in their daily lives. Yet, how the benefits from the technology are distributed? What from the introduction of technology? What benefits we get? It is whom it is given, how it is distributed, how what is the base for that? That is again problem for us. Along with the actions taken by the stakeholders, will it create different outcomes for labor markets and society as a whole? This is a question. And what consumers get? For consumers, automation could mean greater efficiency and cheaper products. Artificial intelligence also create new jobs or increase demand for certain existing ones, but it means some current jobs may be automated in 1 to 2 decades. But those who are already learned one, what they have to do. So automation may also impact the division of labor or global scale. Division of labor means it depends on the skill or caliber. The jobs can be divided like engineers, doctor, teachers, like this. Yeah, again in the medical field, gynecologist, ophthalmologist, so many fields are there. Like this, it's called division of labor based on the skill and capacity. But so over the past several decades, products and services are in some economic sectors. Now it has shifted here from developed economies to emerging economies. As a result of this, lower labor or material costs. So it leads to unemployment in the labor category who is there. It is now the economy is shifting from the this human led to machine led. But what about the people already those who are working? Sometimes it's a emerging economies in here. There are emerging economies. They never support the middle class people or poor people. Artificial intelligence, who most of the people still in India, developing country like India, most of the people don't know. Then how it is affecting on them. So there are so many positive and negative impacts of artificial intelligence and automation on the labor market. So 3 years back only cashless market was introduced, but how many opposition came? You know that. Still, it is the people are not ready to accept the new changes or they are not able at all. And geographical division of labor also, it is a very challenge for them. Yeah, and all the geography we cannot find. So it is very difficult for the society and for the economic development. We do not mean economic development means only increase in the GDP or national income or NNP. Each and every people has to enjoy the benefit. Then only it is economic perfect economic distribution. So society suffers, and ultimately all poor people, middle class people suffer means economy also suffer. Economy doesn't mean that only rich people. There are so many middle class people. There are so many poor people. They are to be given the benefit. But how artificial intelligence help them? Most of the people, because of the artificial intelligence, they are losing the job. Others, intelligent people may get the job, but in place of traditional workers. So it affecting the society. Okay, this is also challenge for artificial intelligence. Then when we come to the governance, the governance also very artificial intelligence. It takes in all the countries. we don't find equal development. Some are advanced countries, some are developing, some are underdeveloped countries, some are still not recognized at all. The institutions, the processes, and organizations involve the governance of artificial intelligence. In some here, countries, in underdeveloped countries, still they are in the early stages. Ecosystem, so how it makes a difference. Some advanced countries they can adopt everything, but in underdeveloped countries or less developed countries they cannot adopt all these things. Then obviously this difference leads to somewhat economic disparity or economic deviation. So nowadays LPG is there according to 1991 in the year 1991 we also signed for LPG. So free entry and exit of trade and business is there. Then who is going to get the benefit because of artificial intelligence? Again, developed countries. What about poor countries, underdeveloped countries, developing countries? They are all dominated by these advanced countries. So they don't find enable technology and all this. So governance effort here, the central focus of the current governance efforts relates to the ethical dimension of artificial intelligence and its implementation. So it is threat for the artificial intelligence. Equal development, equal distribution we don't find. Then for the marketing activities, for the finance activities, for the research and development, for the medical, everywhere we find a difference, right? So this is the greatest challenge for us. Now let us see what helps us. So many things are there. You know that. So because of the time, lack of time, we'll discuss in brief. Some guiding principles we'll see. So guiding principles and recommendations. Ethical consideration in deployment and design. So we have to adopt ethical standards. The principles and standards of ethical consideration. Ethics we have to consider in designing the artificial intelligence. They should guide researcher and industries which are going forward. And we have to promote the ethical consideration in innovation policy. What innovation we have to do, ethical consideration we have to, ethics should be given priority. Ethical standards are must be prerequisites of things like funding and all this. Ethics are to be given much importance, right? They ensure interpretability of artificial intelligence systems. So, decision made by artificial intelligence agents should be possible to understand, and especially if those decisions have implications for public safety or result in discriminatory practices, they must be very easy to understand. So they have to ensure human interpretability of algorithm decisions. So artificial systems must be designed with the minimum requirement that the designer can account for an intelligence agent's behavior. Minimum requirement should be there. Some systems with potentially severe implications for public safety should also have the functionality to provide information even in the event of accident. In case of accident and all this self-driving car, they should give the information immediately to the government and to the owner and to the concerned party. Such here, human interpretability of algorithms should be there. The users must be empowered. The providers of services, those who utilize artificial intelligence, they need to incorporate the ability for the user to request and receive basic explanation as to why a decision was made. They have to be empowered. Those who are using, they have to be empowered. So they have to be explained why this decision is made. So how to use such things. Then public is to be empowered. Public. The public's ability to understand artificial intelligence enabled service and how they work is a key to ensure trust in the technology. Remember, they must understand how it is working and how they are made to work. When public know about it, they believe in that. So that is to be done. So that's why for that purpose, algorithmic literacy must be a basic skill. It is to be imparted to the public. Whether it is the curating of information in social media platforms or self-driving cars, or users need to be aware and have a basic understanding of the role of algorithms and autonomous decision making, whatever may be. Skills will also be important for shaping societal norms around the use of the technology. For example, identifying decisions that may not be suitable for delegate to an artificial intelligence. Then provide the public with information. You have to give information while full transparency around the services. In machine learning is there or in machine learning techniques are there, and training data is generally not advisable to the security risk. The public should be provided with enough information to make it possible for people to question its outcomes. People should have that ability to question its outcome. Like that, they have to be trained, they have to be given information. Then next is responsibility deployment. It means the capacity of an artificial intelligent agent to act autonomously and to adopt its behavior over time without human direction. Calls for significant safety checks before deployment and ongoing monitoring. How it can be done? Humans must be in control. Any autonomous system must allow for a human to interrupt an activity or shut down the system. The all artificial intelligence, whatever they are doing, whatever the form it may be, they must be under the control of human beings. Right. There is a need to incorporate human checks on new decision making. We should not allow only artificial intelligence to take the decision. Human incorporation is very essential because sometimes it leads to risk to the human life, and it doesn't assure any safety. So that's why human incorporation is very important. Such things. Then safety must be a priority. So any deployment of an autonomous system should maybe there or self-driving car, whatever say you are doing, whatever function you are doing, first priority must be given to the safety. How what our accounts are safe, our life is safe. All these things must be considered first. Then privacy must be given priority. So our private life should not be disclosed or should not be made public. Artificial intelligence system must be data responsible. They should use only what they need and delete it when it is no longer needed. This is called data minimization. They should encrypt data in transit and at rest and restrict to the access to authorized person only. Access of all the data should not access of the data should not be for all. It should be only to the concerned person or only to the authorized person. Thus, artificial intelligence should only collect, use, share, and store the data in accordance with the privacy and the personal data laws and the best practice. Then we have to think before we act. We have to think. That should be here fed in the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence system should not be trained with a data that is biased or inaccurate or incomplete or misleading. proper data only must be given, because we have to think before we act, and we have to make the artificial intelligence also like that only. If our data is connected, our other information is connected, we must those information must be secured. Artificial intelligence that are connected to the internet should be secured, not only for their protection but also to protect the internet from malfunctioning or malware infected artificial intelligence systems. High standards of device systems and network security should be applied. High standards, low quality, low standards should, because we cannot believe sometimes low standards and all this. Even we cannot believe in some people. Then responsible disclosure should be there. Security researcher acting in good faith should be able to responsibly test the security of artificial intelligence. Those securities are employed, security researchers, they must act in a good faith. Artificial intelligence should systems without fear of prosecution or other legal action, they have to test it. At the same time, researchers and others who discover the security or other designs flaws should responsibly disclose their findings to those who are in the best position to fix the problem. They have to disclose all the problems, all what all there in the all the researcher who do the research on artificial intelligence. They have to disclose all the material facts. Those who are using, those who are working on that, so that they have to ensure. Otherwise, there will be some misunderstandings, right? They will see about the ensuring accountability. Legal accountability has to be ensured when human agency is replaced by decisions of artificial intelligence agents. Ensure legal certainty. Government should ensure legal certainty on how existing laws and policies apply to algorithm decision making, and the use of autonomous systems to ensure predictable legal environment. This includes working with experts from all disciplines to identify potential gaps and run legal scenarios. Those who design artificial intelligence should be in compliance with the existing legal framework. They have to consider all those who are designing algorithms for artificial intelligence. They have to consider all the rules, regulations, governance of the existing government. Then put users first. Policymakers need to ensure that any laws applicable to artificial intelligence system and their use put users' interest at the center. Those who are using, they must be given priority. This must include the ability for users to challenge autonomous decisions and adversely affect their interests. So that is to be done. Then assign liability up front. Liability must be assigned. Governments working with all stakeholders need to make some difficult decision now about who will be liable in the event that something goes wrong with artificial intelligence system, and how any harm suffered will be remedied. Remedies will be if self-driven car meets with an accident or does any accident, who is responsible, who are to be made responsible, who has to be compensated, what remedy is there, like that it has to ensure. Then lastly we'll discuss social and economic impacts, open governance. So stakeholders should shape an environment where artificial intelligence provides socio-economic opportunity for all. It has to give opportunity for all. Otherwise, see, some are doing, some are not doing. It will not become successful. So they have to assure that. Okay, all stakeholders in the sense interested parties should engage in an ongoing dialogue to determine the strategies needed to seize the artificial intelligence was socio economic opportunity for all, and it has to promote multi multi stakeholders governance. So multi-stakeholders in the open governance, multi-stakeholders governance means organizations, institutions, and processes related to the governance of artificial intelligence need to be adopted an open, transparent, and inclusive approach. It should be based on four key attributes. Those are inclusiveness and transparency, collective responsibility, effective decision making, and implementation and collaboration through distributed and interoperable governance. All these four keys they have to keep in their mind while promoting artificial intelligence. So through that they can promote the multi-stakeholder governance, because in the society there are multi-stakeholders, means different taste, interest, different kinds of people are living. All the interests, all the parties' interests are to be considered and protected, safeguarded. That's why these are all to be considered. Okay, see, we'll conclude this chapter. With this, I conclude this artificial and business intelligence starter. If any doubt is there, you can ask me at any time. Thank you, and all. We'll see. We'll see next. Okay, thank you.